YouTube. Mystery tackle box time. Not the mystery tackle box you order and get sent to you every month or buy at the Bass Pro Shop, wherever. I went to a rummage sale at a local moose lodge, and I saw this sitting here, and the guy originally was asking $100 for it, and I quickly picked through it to see if it was worth $100, and it was, but I wanted to see if I could get a better price for it. So of course I sent my wife back to go haggle because, you know, older guy, my wife, girls, whatever. So I got it for $75. There's a lot of pike lures in here. I've been looking to boost my pike lure collection because I do like to fish for pike. So this was the perfect opportunity. And like I said, I glanced over this really quickly to see if it was worth the money, and it was, but I don't 100% know what's in here. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up and show you what's in it. So we'll find out together what's in it. First off, it came in a pretty nice case. This is a Plano. Looks like it's been well used, but Plano stuff is pretty tough. Let's just open it up and see what's in here. Let's see here if I got my money's worth. We have a really nice Jake. I don't know who it's made by, but it's got kind of a perchy pattern on it, you know, pike glove perch. And I had 2 grandma lures. I like this one. I like this color a lot. This one's pretty good too. Nice grandma lure. I don't know if they sink, I don't know if they dive. I haven't actually taken these out on the water yet, of course, and seen what they do. I don't know how deep they dive. Or if they're like dive and rises. Looks like we have a lot of spoons. Wow. We all know pike love spoons. This one's kind of weird. These are kind of weird. They have a hook on both ends. I've never seen that before, unless the guy just put the hook on there for the fun of it. I don't know. Or maybe never seen a spoon like this, but this one's kind of stuck. But it's got a hook on the front and a hook on the back, and I'm assuming this one is supposed to go like this. But I've never seen a double hooked spoon like that. I don't know if this is something you buy or if this is something that he just decided to do. It says Red Eye Wiggler on the back. I've seen these spoons before, but like I said, not with the front hook. Pike like gold. That's what I've been told. So I have 1 gold one, 1 silver one, and 1 white one with a red stripe. Those look pretty good. Looks like I have another one here. That's a bright green color, but this one is kind of stuck. I'm gonna have to, oh, there we go. They're all Red Eye Wigglers. Okay, that's cool. I'm just gonna put those back because I'll set out other lures for you guys to see. I think I got a pretty good deal, to be honest with you. I got 2 weedless. These are always good. These would be good for bass, especially with some kind of trailer on it. There's a bunch of little teeny tiny small Rapalas. Those will be good for bass. I'll probably move those to my backpack that I use for bass fishing. Oh, here's another red-eyed wiggler, but it's a different color. That's kind of cool. It looks like here's another Rapala, tiny one. What does it say on there? Original Rapala. Those will probably go in my basket. And here's where I think I got a good score right here. I have a whole bunch of 3/8 ounce rooster tails. Those will probably go in my with my bass stuff too. I like to kind of sort of keep my lures together, like all my really big lures I keep in one big box. All my bass stuff, of course. I mean, when I go down to the pond down the street, I don't take my pike stuff with me. Whoops, these are tangled. Now this one right here is a really good one. I tend to favor this color for spinners, and it is a rooster tail. Now, when I was about 13 or 14 years old, my dad had a friend that had a son my age, and his dad actually happened to own a cabin in Canada, and I went to Canada for a month with him fishing, and we did a couple fly-ins, and then there was a local lake we always went to, and me and Mickey were out in the boat, and I was throwing a rooster tail exactly like this, and the water was so clear. I saw a pike come shooting out of nowhere, and it was like an underwater missile and hit this thing. Good memories when I see that spinner. And I'll just go through these really quickly. I don't need to explain each lousy spinner you kind of sort of get the gist. It's a little jig, that'll come out. Here's some more rooster tails. These are tangled together. Like I said, these will all probably go in my bass kit. Look at all those. Those are good quality spinners. Oh, here's another good one. I like this gold. I've heard from a lot of people that pike love gold. Basic white one. I already have one like that. I have some bigger spinners in my pike muskie kit that are some of these colors are similar. And it looks like I have some random deep diving crankbaits. I'm not going to entangle in front of you. Oh, here's a good one. There's the random deep divers. I'll untangle them later. Not much I can do to keep it from doing that. Oh, here's a good one. Head and walking bait. I've got a bunch of these I use for bass. I'm horrible at walking the dog when it comes to the smaller ones. This one looks like a pretty good size where I wouldn't have a trouble with it. I don't know, for some reason the smaller they get, the harder I have a hard time doing it. I'll put this one up here so that way it doesn't get tangled with the other ones. Now let's see what's behind this. I guess it opens right here. Wait, let me put these spinners away. There's a couple more spinners, same thing, various colors. There's a couple of YouTube channels I watch where they do a what's in my tackle box. And after I bought this, I thought, hey, what a cool idea. Let's do a what's in my tackle box. We'll close this so they don't spill everywhere. Ooh, what do we got in here? Okay, this is the uncharted part of the box that I have not looked into. We have a reel. This is a Daiwa J13 engineered for action. It's kind of tangled. I like this line. I really don't use spinning reels. It's not that I don't think they're any good or I don't like them. I just prefer my Abu Garcias. I'm kind of picky when it comes to my reels. I do love the Ambassadors. I own 9 of them. And one of my pike muskie setups is a 9-footer with a 5600 on it. It's a C4, and I believe I have a 65-pound braid on it with a 95-pound leader, or it might be a 125-pound leader. Unfortunately, I lose track of what line I put on what poles pretty easy. I should probably just start writing that down. Now we have some good stuff here. Now we're into pike territory. Giant spoons. Look at that. 5 of diamonds. Another 5 of diamonds. Well, this one's got a lot of teeth marks on it. I bet you there's some good stories behind this. I bought this from a guy that was retiring to Arizona. He used to go up to Canada every year. Since he's retiring to Arizona, he's not going to be going to Canada. Well, I like that one. Look at that. Husky Jerk, made in Dearborn, Michigan. 700 series. Did it say that on the back of this one? 700 series Lou J. Eppinger, however you say his name. This is a nice looking one. I've actually never seen this color spoon before, but geez, that hook is huge. Look at that. There's my hand, there's the spoon. That's a darn nice size spoon. Now here's my favorite one out of all of them, I think. Wow, this thing's huge. This is like the size of some of the panfish I catch in the pond down the street. That's when I go pan fishing. Same thing. Oh, this is a 300 series, so I guess the smaller the number, the larger it is. Same thing, made by Daredevil. This says Husky Devil on the back of it. It doesn't say, this says Husky Junior, and this says Husky Devil. I guess the change in names for how big they are. But once again, I've been told by many, many people that pike love gold. So I was happy to see that gold color. I'm gonna put these back in real quick because I think there's one compartment underneath here. I am gonna take some of the stuff out that I don't really care for, like the reel. I'm never gonna use it. What do we got here? Looks like a knife sharpener. Knife sharpener and hone. That could prove useful. A scale. Not bad. This one goes up to 50 pounds. You know what? This would have been nice to have last summer because my wife caught a carp in the pond down the street, and I had a, I think it was was it a 20 or a 30 pound scale? She's saying she doesn't remember. And when I put the carp on it, it just went all the way up to the top. So it would have been nice to know the exact weight of that. Fish descaler. I don't eat anything I keep, at least not from around here, so whatever. Grippers. That's always useful. I already have a pair of these, but this could be handy to have. Mighty grip. Well, hopefully I catch a mighty fish to use the mighty grips on. Some gloves. Looks like he modded the gloves himself. He cut the fingers off. Whatever. I got a pair of gloves I already use. Some fishing line. I don't know how old this stuff is. It looks pretty old. This one's got a website on it, so that kind of dates it. This looks like it's from the 70s. I'll probably just set them aside. I have no idea what I'll do with it. A bag of Mr. Twister still in the package. Half the package missing. It doesn't have a price on it. I was like, sometimes I like to see the prices of old lures if they're still in the package, and I kind of chuckle. Oh, look at it. I could send $1 for a Mr. Twister catalog. You know what? I wonder if I sent that in, if I would still get one, if they even still make Mr. Twister. Pair of pliers, those are always handy. I have a very large set of pliers for muskie and pike fishing because truthfully, I really don't want to get my hand near their mouth. Further away you can keep it, the better off you are, because they will bite you. I've seen it happen. Oh, here we go. Something still in the package. Weedless. A Mepps weedless that hasn't even been taken out of the package. I've actually never seen a spinner like this, but it looks like there's instructions on the back. This could be something different. I'm always looking for something different than what everybody else is using. I know that sounds strange, but that's just what I do. Ed Shirley Sports, never heard of them. It was $3.49. That is really cheap for a Mepps spinner. That's just my opinion. Let's see if there's anything under here. Ooh, look at what we got down here. I'm gonna put these back. Well, my luck, I'll leave something out here. Oh, we got more spoons. More spoons that pike seem to like. These are 700 series Husky Juniors. Very cool colors. I've seen this one before. I've never seen this one before. Maybe they make them in more different colors for pike and muskie fishing as opposed to bass. The most common ones I've seen are the standard red with a white stripe, and then the 5 of diamonds. And I got a classic red with white stripe. Red with white stripe. This has got teeth marks on it. I'd love to hear the stories behind these. I never will. The guy's long gone, off to his retirement place. And we got a couple really, really nice spinners. I like that. That's got a big hook on it. Nice willow leaf blade. Eagle Spin. Never heard of it. Eagle Spin. Never heard of it. That's a pretty cool color too. Black and yellow. And then it looks like, hey, that's actually kind of cool. I just noticed that. I bet you this came originally with a bunch of different blades. that you could just change, because that looks like that comes with it like that. Or he might have modded the lure. Who knows, himself. I've modded quite a few lures, but those look like great spinners. Let's see if there's anything under here. Oh, okay, now I'm really happy, because I did not know there was another compartment underneath this one. When I looked at it, I just opened the top and opened the bottom, and here is the jackpot payout right down here. I think I got 75 bucks worth of stuff. Look at this beautiful bucktail. I love spinners. I love spinners. They're my favorite. Some of my favorite baits. I don't know who makes it. Oh, it says Hi-Fin. Never heard of Hi-Fin. Hooks look pretty good. That one's kind of iffy, but you can always change the hook. I'm gonna put these back in here. I was really looking to boost my variety of pike and muskie lures, and you know as well as I do, you literally can mortgage your house getting pike lures and muskie lures, like the Swicks and the Medusas. They can be really expensive. Here is a very interesting giant lure spinner that the guy obviously modded himself. Now, he put a hook on the spinner. This looks like it used to be a double spinner, or he might have made this himself. I know if you go up to the muskie shop in Wisconsin, you can make a spinner right there. I haven't been to the muskie shop in years. I went there as a kid because we used to go up to Hayward, Wisconsin when I was a kid all the time. But it looks like this guy might have made this lure himself. I should have asked him about this stuff after I bought it, because there was another guy looking at this box. I didn't want him to have it. I bet you he made these. He made or modded them. This one's pretty cool. The bucktail on it's a little worn out, but again, it's got the hook on the spinner, which is kind of an unusual arrangement, and then he's got a single hook on the back. Maybe he meant, I'm not sure what he meant for this, but I like these beads on here, these metal beads. Same thing, different color. Bucktail itself is in pretty good shape. I wonder how he attached that on there. It looks like that's permanent. I bet you he made these himself. He had to have, because look at the eye right there on that one. If I were to buy a Mepps bucktail like that, or a double baby doll or something like that, I'd be kind of irritated at the teardrop shape of that bend, because compared to this one, which he probably bought. And you can tell he probably bought this one because it's got the treble on the end of it. See the difference in the bending in the end? I'm guessing he made these. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that I got something that was homemade. Now here's probably my favorite one out of the whole group. I'm gonna take this grub off the end of it. I don't want this on here. Wow, I like this one. Who makes this one? Hi-Fin. I'm gonna Google Hi-Fin when I'm done with this video. That's got really nice color. This one looks professionally made. It's a little crooked. Yeah, that can all be fixed. I'll put that one back because I really like it. And I got one last. This looks like it was a Hi-Fin because it's got the same blade as this one, but it looks like he painted the blade. It's got the better wrap on the end. If this is a homemade bucktail, whoever did it did a pretty good job wrapping at the end and used pretty heavy duty stuff on here. The hook leaves a little bit to be desired, but I could always cut the hook off and put a large snap ring on it. I think I'm probably gonna, this hook is probably too far gone. I don't know. And I got a bunch of other miscellaneous junk in here that really isn't all that interesting, that I'm probably going to get rid of, except for this, because I am an Abu ambassador freak. And it looks like at one point this guy might have owned this reel. And I asked him if he had any Abus he wanted to get rid of, and he said no, he wanted to keep his reels and stuff, which I can understand that. Maybe he wants to keep them to remember all his great fishing trips in Canada. But I have actually never seen a spinner like this before. Be interesting to try him out. Now, as far as, where is it? It actually looks like he might have painted both of these. As far as painting lures go, I've adjusted lures on the fly. Adding things to them, taking things away. Maybe this was a color that they were hitting on really well, and maybe he went to the hardware store while he was on a fishing trip and bought some paint. Who knows? I'm just making stuff up now. It wouldn't surprise me though. And let's see, there's nothing else in here that's worth talking about right now. So that's what I got for $75. I think I got a pretty good deal, especially with the spinners. I really like the spinners. Like I said, I'm probably going to change the hooks on them because I like the treble hooks on the end. And then maybe I'll add a spinner to the, and take that hook off. Or maybe I'll just try them like that and see what happens. You never know. You never know what the next big thing is going to be. Like I said, I like to have different things. There hasn't been many people fishing down at the pond this year, but usually when I go down there, it's all throwing soft baits, soft baits, soft baits, soft baits. And I have nothing against soft baits. I personally prefer not to use them. When I'm bass fishing, I prefer to use lures. And the reason is I prefer to use them is because it's what everybody else isn't using. So maybe I'll just keep those spinners the way they are. Oh, look, check this out. Wait a minute. I just noticed this. His fishing license. Now, I'm not going to show it to you because I'm not going to give out this guy's address. Maybe he hasn't moved yet. I don't know. This is a fishing license for Ontario that was issued on... What does it say it was issued? It's a 7-day license. Issued in 1997. 7 days, non-resident 7-day sport fishing tag. I can show you this side. You know what? I love to discover some of the history behind some of the vintage lures and some of the other things that I have. I know some of the history of some of the equipment that I inherited from certain people. But it's always interesting to know and always interesting to hear their stories. This stuff I'm probably never going to hear a story about, but oh well, I can always just imagine. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck fishing, and catch you next time.